the only thing we can do is look forward to the last, couple games, the next game, and finishing our season strong. Out of contention, to win the MEAC for sure, but we'll keep fighting.
Coach, what has this whole week been like leading into this game tonight?
It was a short week for us, so it was a quick turnaround. Proud of Drayshawn and JJ. Proud of our team for pulling it together, staying together, having to travel 6 hours by bus to get here to make sure that we did everything that we was obligated to do. So I commend my guys for the effort. They played hard. They played with heart, and everything they did was intentional. So, like I say, I'm proud of it. Drayshawn and JJ both have gone over 100 yards. That was a good football team that we faced, to take nothing away from them. They do a great job in all facets of the game, all three phases, and so we was in the game. I feel like the block punt really gave them some momentum. Other than that, we was going back and forth.
What did that final moment mean with you and Deshaun at midfield, and also what does it mean that the two of you are helping carry or uplift the HBCU here?
Yeah, I think what we're doing is great for the culture. Obviously, having a chance to work with guys like JJ, guys like Drayshawn, guys in that locker room, being a part of the HBCU culture, has been extremely cool. I look forward to better days. My job as a coach is to uplift this program, to win games, and put these guys in the best position possible. To be able to, identify with everything that's happening, within the HBCU realm is really cool, and definitely a part of, my life that I'll never forget.
And then with Deshaun after the game?
Oh yeah, it was just a surreal moment. Like, I've watched coaches, shake hands in midfield after games, and this time it was me and one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? And one of my best friends is a teammate. I never thought I'd be looking across the field, watching him coach, and I know vice versa for him. So it was just a really cool moment, surreal moment. Just never know what life gonna put in front of you, man. And I take it all in stride. I'm very appreciative and thankful for the position, even though it might be a disposition in terms of our record. Like I said, better days ahead, and I look forward to playing those guys again next year.
Coach, thinking about that, you guys were once teammates, and now you guys are playing against each other. What's something about Deshaun Jackson as a person that you saw on that sideline today?
Yeah, well, he certainly knows what he's doing over there. I think, you got a great support cast. It allows you to make decisions with confidence, and, it wasn't a misstep, in any facet. As coaches, we trying to see, what advantage we can gain on the opposition at all times, and so, they was on top of it. They was on top of it. They didn't reach. They didn't try too hard to make things happen. They let the game come to them, and the same thing we did. So it was very competitive, and good decision making on both sides.
You shut them down pretty well for 3 quarters, and then in the 4th quarter they just were out, or what happened there?
Yeah, I think the defense was on the field for a long time. They had some long, sustained drives. I think in the 3rd quarter we had an opportunity to get off the field 3 times. I think we gave up a big play. I think it was 2 penalties that negated us getting off the field. So you can't have those. I think time of possession probably was equal on both sides, but they probably wore down a little bit, and at some point it may be a lapse in judgment. These guys aren't perfect. They just go out and play with a lot of intensity and give it their all. So we always preach 4 quarters of football, and whoever make the least amount of mistakes is going to win, and that was evident tonight. We just made a couple, and a little bit more than ever.
Questions for the
Take
players?
us through that 70-yard touchdown reception.
As a receiver, I mean, we work on those passes at practice, but as a receiver, you never know when your moment's gonna come, so you just gotta try to capitalize every opportunity you get, and that's what I did.
This question's for the players. Can y'all talk about this moment when you stepped out on the field, and what was that like for you, just being able to play in the Philadelphia Eagles stadium?
Yeah, I'm actually an Eagles fan, so this was kind of perfect for me. And yeah, I was just wanted to take in the moment and just be where my feet are and just don't even think about anything else. Just go play my game. And we didn't come. It didn't happen how we wanted it to, but I feel like we gave our effort, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Coach, it being your first year here at Norfolk, are there any previous coaches that you have had that you look to for advice or have been talking to you after games, just giving you some feedback to go forward with this team?
Yeah, a lot of my coaches have been pouring into me, just telling me to keep my head up, keep fighting, fight on. Most recently, Coach Bingman reached out this past week, just saying keep fighting, keep your head up. And, I know tough times don't last, but tough people do. And this is a part of my growth process. Did I ever think that we would be sitting at 1-8? No. Our team is too good, too talented. But it's also a learning experience in terms of things that have to happen in the beginning and all the way throughout. So I take full responsibility as the head coach, and like I said, just look forward to the better days that are ahead, because I can see it.
Even in defeat, there's always lessons with it. But Otto played a great game today. Going over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Can you just talk about his leadership and how he has matured throughout the season?
Yeah, Otto stepped his game up tremendously. We put the ball in his hands and we let him rock with it. But he threw for 311 yards. It probably could have been 371 yards. We can definitely look at the tape and see some things that was probably missed, some things that he could have done better. But that's just me as a quarterback chasing perfection. It don't surprise me that we put up these type of numbers. With these two guys to pass the ball to, and a lot of offensive weapons. But we still have to have more of a consistent rhythm, I think, in these final 3 games to pull him out. So proud of him and the way he's played, but it's certainly a lot more that could have been done. But you can't argue with 311 yards and 3 touchdowns.
2 more questions.
What
kind of an adjustment as a coach you made? You've been a great player who controlled things along. They still show highlights of that Giants comeback. But now that you're a coach, you can't really control it physically like you want to.
Yeah, everything for me is about decision making, and whether it's in special teams, whether it's defensively, whether it's offensively, I got to make those decisions and make them with precision. Am I always going to be right? No, but I'll make sure that I'm 95% right. Being in the position that I'm in. So yeah, man, it's times that I want to gamble. It's times that I want to go for it on 4th down. It's times that I want to try a fake punt or try a fake field goal, but I can't give games away. I got to keep us in the game. It's my job to make sure that we stay highly competitive, and every down matters for me, just like it matters for them, because it's going to serve well in the future.
Considering the way you first arrived in Philadelphia to now, can you put that in any kind of perspective? Going back to...
Yeah, man, just 12 years ago I was a player, here in Philadelphia. And fast forward, to now I'm a coach. I just coached his 9th game in Philadelphia against a former teammate who happens to be a good friend. So I think, full circle moment. That shows you how God works. I mean, you never know where the good Lord will take you. And so this journey has been amazing. To be able to spend time with these 2 young men who I've grown to love, who I have a lifetime relationship with, means a lot. To those guys in the locker room who, give it everything they have. I have relationships with them for forever. and coaches. And so as I continue to, grow in my coaching career, I can see this, being something that I'm growing to love. It's a marathon, not a race, and like I said, every day matters.
Do you want this to be a yearly event here in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field?
What's that?
Do you want this game to be held every year here at Lincoln Financial Field?
No, it felt more like a home game for them.
Thank you.
So next time they'll come to us.
Yeah, thank you.